Probably one of the most enriching things that I've ever done is to work alongside people. And I mean, even if you study this out of interest and that might not be something that you go on to do, the things that you will learn will benefit you outside of a work role too. I think that I really do believe that the quality of your relationships is the quality of your life. And I think that anything that you can learn about that will stand you in good stead to lead a really good life. So outside of doing training, I'm still a mental health community support worker. So I like to term it as a social and emotional wellbeing worker. So I still work alongside people in unpacking their recovery journey and what that looks like for them. So I still do that work. I also help to run a program for youth with my brother. So that's something that we're involved in, and really looking at what community and what healing looks like within a group for young people. So that's something that I do as well. I think that it's really exciting to see when students are connected with their curiosity, and when there's a realization that the work of a mental health worker is at the crux of it, a connection with your own curiosity, and then what follows that is a connection with how to deeply listen to someone, and that people already have experiences of what it means to deeply listen to another person. And what we do is we run through that with a student, and we get students comfortable with maybe things that don't feel so natural to do, or maybe ways that they can refine that process and extend upon what they're already doing. In terms of skills that are really important that you can take forward, not only into your working roles, but into your relationships, and to really help you to improve the quality of your relationships. Things like, what does it look like when I deeply listen to someone? Is that a passive process, or is it the art of asking really good questions? I think that's something that we focus a lot on in the classroom, and we practice that a lot with each other, and we think about the art of questioning. So that's something that you can take into any work role really, or into any part of your life where you're interacting with people, which is all of life. I feel like that's an invaluable skill that we do a lot of in the classroom. And it's something really that I don't think we pay enough attention to unless we really start to look at it more deeply. What is a question that inspires someone to give a really rich answer? That's something that we look at a lot, and that's something that when students leave that they can take with them. I think that the way that mental health is headed, there's still a lot of work to do, but the way that it's headed is to pay attention to person-centered practice. So really putting the person before a diagnosis, putting the person at the forefront of their recovery, and walking alongside someone in their recovery journey, and really asking the questions of the person. What would be helpful to you to be a good mental health worker? Our job is not to throw solutions at the person. Our job is to help the person to feel confident, and to give the person the opportunity to brainstorm those ideas and to find something that's meaningful to the person. And our job role is not to fix somebody. I think that people can bring to a role the idea that, oh, okay, someone's coming to me with a problem, I need to fix this person. We need to undo that way of thinking, and to really understand what our job actually is, which is to be alongside someone in them figuring out their experience for themselves, and how do we best support someone to do that. That's really our job role. It's a lot more comfortable to feel like you have the answers and there are set answers to give, because that's certainty. And then a lot of our work operates in uncertainty. And so what does it look like when you can't just go to solutions? What does it feel like when you can't just dish out solutions as part of your job role? It's a lot harder, I think, especially at the beginning, if you're trying to undo that mechanism in yourself. But once you undo that and you learn to sit comfortably in uncertainty, and you realize the richness that can come from doing that, that's where you recognize all the beauty that there is to find there. And and the potential that people have to open up and to figure out what they want their life to be like. And when you see that happen in front of you and you realize that how you can facilitate that is by being open and not jumping to the solution place, then it gets a lot easier because you can see that that's where the value is.